Good morning, guys. I'm disappointed in myself today. The day started off with me waking up at 11:30 a.m., getting 10.5 hours of sleep because my clock's alarm did not have any sound. It's my fault for not thinking about that, obviously, but then I was supposed to grind insanely today and tomorrow on deep work tasks such as building out and recording the onboarding video and building out the ISA bootcamp, because I really need to do all of that before next week. And both Monday and Tuesday I'm taking fully off. First days off ever since I started my business, which is crazy. Um, I did not end up recording the videos because I was lazy, and I did not build out the ISA bootcamp because I called friends of mine by the end of the day. I knew I shouldn't have, but I tell myself that it is productive, which it is. But it's not as productive as doing the work I'm supposed to do. I called a friend of mine to ask him a question about how he uses a power dialer, but it ended up being a 2 hour conversation of 2.5 hour conversation of us giving each other ideas back and forth. Um, then I spoke to my B2B appointment setter to basically run through how we can increase show up rate and finally get that to 50%. Now that call was actually pretty productive. I think the call will be valuable in the long term, so I don't bash myself for that. But then I had a my weekly coaching call in Catalyst Community. That was also a really good call. But after all of that, I was supposed to call my clients, leads, uh, and then get in bed. I called a friend of mine called Samuel, the one I'm going to my winter house with, and we spoke for 2.5 hours instead of, because I was basically going to fix a small task. I was like, hey, I can multitask, I can speak to him at the same time. So I ended up calling him, ended up speaking to him for 2.5 hours, and getting to bed at 1 a.m. I'm disappointed in myself for being in bed this late, and I'm disappointed in myself for spending 5 hours on unnecessary calls. Now that wasn't the most beautiful daily report I have done, but that's more brutal and honest. I think that's where I grow when I do these unfiltered, more the ones that hurt, the ones that I don't want to do, the ones that are needed to do. Basically, I'm no perfect, but the wrong thing about this um, is the fact that like I've said to myself that I'll stop being on calls. Like I know I shouldn't be on calls, but I somehow just have my monkey brain like putting, like going to WhatsApp, opening it, calling somebody that I shouldn't call, and then not hanging up for like 2 hours. It's such a waste of time. If you look over the last 10 days, I don't think there's been a single day where I haven't been on an unnecessary call. It's like killing me. Everybody have their vices. Some people like Cameron, a mentor of mine and a friend of mine, he says that for him it was energy drinks. It took so long for him to stop drinking energy drinks. Like, for me, it was like getting to bed really late, which I'm still struggling with. But now it's just being on calls with people that are just killing me. If I keep going like this, I'll never ever be able to, like, do what I want to do in life. Anyways, guys, I know I'm hard on myself, but that's the point of it. I'll see you guys later. Take care. Appreciate